Now me and you for this world. Now I go carry me come out. Everywhere you go, I go the follow you. Ay, momo the love, the body key. She you know this is say I dey feel you. Oh, 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 oh. Now me and you are Otara. Now I go carry me come out for you.
Hi guys, this is Emeline and Mike. We are here to revisit our November to remember.
I think living with her for 1 year now, it's been a great experience. Sometimes you are delving into something without knowing how it feels or how it's going to look like. I would say that I had some fears, but I think that those fears have been discarded because the love is growing more and more. There is a lot of maturity, and I've discovered that we are more compatible together. I've discovered that being with her, you know, we have less quarrels. So
The 1 year, it doesn't even seem like it's been a year. It just seems like it's been yesterday we got married. I've learned a lot about him, and I've also reaffirmed a lot of things I used to know about him. And one of those things is that he's very intentional. He's a very intentional person. He doesn't do anything just because you pushed him around to do it. He doesn't do it just because, okay, people say. He has to have a lot of conviction. So that's why whenever he's doing anything for me, I know that a lot of effort has gone into it. A lot of thought has gone into it. I also learned that he's a very good listener. Like I could rant about things that I should be telling a female friend, and you ask me, do you realize what you're telling me is not your name is supposed to be telling me I don't have any choice. I have to tell you, I want to tell you.
So it's been a good time. The care that she gives me, you know, the good food that she prepares. Sometimes I ask myself if another woman will be able to maybe prepare food to my taste, because I have a lot of sensitivity when it comes to food. I'm so selective, and if you don't variate, you may have problems with me. But she does her best, and I think that she's living more than up to expectations.
So there's this time this year I was complaining that I have a lot of small bags. I really need a bigger bag like that. At times I want to go out with my laptop, I want to go out with this, and I'm moving a lot of documents. And I didn't know that when I was talking and he was listening. I was just expressing that wish, like I need to order for another bag, but I didn't even know that he was paying attention. So there's this day he steps out of the house, he's going to do something quickly and come back. And he's coming back with a very big parcel. And I'm looking at the bag and I'm thinking it's something edible. And when he brings out this bag, and the amazing thing about that bag is that everybody is asking me, I mean, you have taste in bags, you have taste in bags, you have very good taste. Where did you buy this bag? And I say, I'm not the one. And he has really good taste, because anytime he buys something for me, people really get to notice.
The day of our wedding, we had a tumultuous preparation to the wedding, but on the day itself, I will tell you that it was a sharp contrast. There was a lot of tension. I mean, a lot of things to do, coming from left, right. There were times that she would get angry with me. There were times we would pick quarrels here and there. But on the day of the wedding, I think there was a drastic change. I had this different kind of feeling. And then even when we were still in the hotel, she would, you know, send someone to check on me, ask if I've eaten. When we got on our respective cars, you know, she was there. At some point, she was even angry that I switched off my phone. And when we got to church, I mean, she was all over me and always asking me to adjust my face. And so I felt so special. I felt like a prince on the day of the wedding. So, yeah, I mean, even when we went out after the white wedding, we went to the city council to do snapshots. I mean, she was all over me. She was leaning on me. She was asking me to do this, to do that. You know, my best man didn't even perform his role very well, because sometimes he would forget that he needed to maybe give me tissue to wipe my sweat and all of that. But she was always there to make sure that I looked great, to make sure that I was in a good mood, to make sure that I looked relaxed, because the tension was not really easy, especially in the build up to the wedding, and of course during the reception, which happened in the night. I felt great, and this dress that she's putting on reminds me of the greatness of that night, the feeling. I mean, it was really, really awesome. And if I had the opportunity, I will rewind it and go back to that day and maybe do other things to really make her to feel like this is still the man who wants you more, and that I don't regret it. So it can be very difficult to summarize it, but I think that is what I can say so far.
I told you that this man is very intentional. I can see it right now. He is. When he says it, he means it, and he doesn't just say things to please you. So when he gathers his mind to say something, he's really meaning it. I don't think I went into the marriage with a lot of ideas of I'm going to do this for the marriage to work. But in the marriage, I'm not changed. Marriage does not change people. It really amplifies and brings out the real people that we are. So it's in marriage that I discovered that his husband, Christ-like figure, was bringing out the very best in me. So I will not tell you that I'm going to be changing this or changing that, because every day situations that we face bring out either the best, the worst in me. Yes. I am a spiritual person, but not that kind of person who you would see physically and know that this person is spiritual. But he has the reverence. Yes. What they describe as a Christ husband is a Christ-like figure. He is it. It's the way people were laughing. Imagine when they said who is the most prayerful person, your husband raised the shoe and you too, you confirmed it. I say yes. And a lot of people find that a little bit contrasting, that should you not be the prayerful one? And I tell them, no, you should go back and read your Bible very well. I'm not sure you read it well. They said husbands, love your wives as Christ loved the church. And a husband is supposed to be a Christ-like figure. He is supposed to love you even when things are going south. And he is that person. We can be at odds in the morning and he leaves for the office, but at midday you call me. If he does not call me at midday, he'll call me at 1, and it's not as if he's waiting for me to call. He has just gotten the chance at that time to call me, and that beats everything, and it disarms any anger that is left in me. And you see that other character of, you always hear a woman saying, we need to talk. I'm not the one who says that in that marriage. It's him. He's always like, can you just leave those things and come for a minute? I want us to talk. So I'm always the one on the edge. What is it this time around? So for us, it's the other way around. He's the leader, spiritually and in many ways. He loves even when there is no reason to love, which goes to buttress that in marriage love will never be enough. And that's because I think I married the everyday person in him. I married the everyday person in the sense of I married what is his attitude towards my career in a normal day? What's his attitude towards laundry? What's his attitude towards cooking? He tells me cooking every day is not for something easy. Yes, chores in general. Yes. If I tell him do this, he will not be doing it and frowning. He will do it because I have said he should do it, and he's supposed to do it. And he knows that for us, it's actually who is more inspired should do the work. If he's not inspired, he will just get dressed in the morning and go. But I'll stay and do the work. If he is more inspired, he will do it while I'm in bed. And there is nobody who is getting angry. He is really in this way every single day. That's why even those days when I'm so angry, I'm just looking at him like, how did I even marry you? If I but at the end of the day, I still love him again. And that's marriage. You go to the edge and you come back and you love that person, because there's no love in marriage every day. There are some days when what keeps the marriage going is understanding. It's patience, and he's extremely patient.
She is very smart upstairs. She is that person who gets me going when I'm stuck. Yeah, so I think we have this simultaneous way of helping each other career-wise. If I'm writing a story, maybe it's a freelance story, and I get stuck or I get frustrated, I'm like, I'm done with this, I'm not going back to it, she will look for a way, to get me back to it. She will look for a way to inspire me. She will even look for material or some information or something, to come and spark, the continuation of that work. So I think I look forward to being more collaborative, and I look forward to being, that fountain of inspiration that she needs to also excel, because she makes me know that I really bring out the best in her, especially when it comes to our professions, which is journalism. And she says I'm a Christ-like person, Christ-like. I'm a leader. But I don't see myself like a good leader, but maybe the little thing that I do every day, not knowing, unconsciously, make her to build that impression, or to have hoarded those impressions about me. I think I am a little excited to hear that coming from her, and I can only want to work on my person and get to do some of these things, and with plenty of conviction, so that I can always be that assurance around her. I think one cannot really pinpoint what one should do, but I think that all this centers around love, and I'm going to continue to be true to myself and to be intentional, like she says, in the things that I think if I do them, they are going to work for her and work for us.
You know the way you said when you went to Abdul's place to collect some outfits from there, you said when we came out, you said, the way you fight for me. I think the way you fight for me, I really like it. So you were standing there admiring the way I was trying to fight for you, not because he was not delivering a service, and I stepped in and he had to deliver that service because you were not satisfied. I think that's every day you're my first priority. Before children, before any other thing, you're my priority first. Because like you told your friend, there was a day a friend came to the house and I was inside, maybe you didn't think I heard, and you told your friend, in this life right now, whatever I'm doing, it's my wife first. I think of my wife first. How is it going to affect her? How is it going to affect her home? And it's the same reassurance I'm giving you. You're my priority. It's you I think of first. It's you I think of last.
Wow. Okay, I could not just go without adding this. She makes me really proud, especially when we have to receive people in the house. There is this memory that is fresh in me. The day that our family meeting was visiting us, people were coming with expectations. Of course, they want to see the couple and see where they live and see what they are up to and see their house and how they prepare food, how they welcome visitors. I think everybody left that day with a lot of testimony, with a lot of excitement. They were really happy. She is that woman that you will not be afraid if you are not at home and there is something that has to take place. If you have strangers coming and she is at home, so long as she is there, I don't have any fears. Even if I have not given her money or we don't have money to prepare food or do something, she is smart enough, to she's innovative. Before you know it, she has gotten an idea on how to get something from left to get another one from the right and put things together, and then before you know it, you have a wonderful meal. So in short, the food she prepared that day, the way she kept the house clean, readjusted things, and in the end, the people were saying that they were so satisfied with the way we received them. They didn't know that she was the one who did all of that. So she really makes me proud, and I'm like, I really got married to a right woman, because when you have a wife and people are coming home, they want to really see what your home is like, how food is prepared, how you receive people, whether you are hospitable or not, the kind of food you even prepare. So she gives me 100% assurance. I have 100% confidence in her when it comes to things like that. So she really makes me proud. And so I think that she is a wonderful woman to me. she's really a wonderful woman to me, and I think that my kids are really safe and their future is secure with her.
I don't think that we should go without me saying this. He's giving me all the credits for that particular sitting. But honestly, if he had left the house and said, "You take care of them, I'll be back around the time you'll be coming," I would have been a dead meat, because he stayed home with me. After church, we did everything together. And this is the amazing part. The fufu corn that was much appreciated. It was cooked by the both of us. You needed to see with the both of us in action. He was holding the pot. I was stirring it. And the food really turned out nice. And that's teamwork. That's basically marriage. The fufu would have gotten bad because the pot was really too large for me. But because he was there to participate in it, it turned out really nice. And I think that's what has kept us afloat, is the teamwork.
Oh,